Welcome to Hudson Stadium in Eugene. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. Guys, he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Huskers will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quickly to the tight end. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Running inside, it's Nelson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. A run for the quarterback. Took care of it himself. Maybe a crease. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Tosses it incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Got his man. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Calandria. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Cornhuskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. This is a designed run. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Using his legs, it's Nelson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Fires quickly. Still running at the 40. Snags it and he's open. Inside the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Makes the grab on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gonna look downfield again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
The Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback keeper. Finding some room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. Grabbed in the middle, it's Nelson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Making side adjustments here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Moore. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Stewart. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
Moore will throw. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Still running at the 35. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Ducks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Now on the move. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing more. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Right down the gut of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
You cannot say enough about this quarterback's toughness on that one. Staring.
Oh, they blocked it. Picks it up. That's a right ball. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
27, Nebraska, 20. Number 39, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Calandria. Makes the grab, it's Nelson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Calls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Completes it in the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Smashes it between the uprights. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Ole Miss coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Nelson. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
To the air, it's Calandria. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Barney. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Smashes ahead. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the move. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Calls his own number. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Touchdown, Huskers! And that one will give them the lead.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to and when he sticks his foot in the ground. You could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dante Moore. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
After that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Here's Moore to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the Ducks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Fourth down, Moore. Here's a heat. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice, and they're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Pressure coming. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Ducks want to move quickly. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the left. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! They're not going away in this upset bid as they have answered with a score of their own. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the air, it's Calandria. Punts it out of the air. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. At the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Cornhuskers punch back.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Throwing more. Looking to the big tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Moore from the gun on third down. Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They
makes the grab and room to run. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll try to get it in with the... Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense got it. They're on the run. And a chance to take the lead in this game goes by the boards with the fumble.
They knew they had that golden opportunity right down in the red zone. We're in the second half right now, and they're not going to get that many more chances. I think just being a little bit too greedy on that play. You need to understand when the play is over. Give the defense a ton of credit for creating that fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback making checks. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
To throw, it's Calandria. Picked off, what a way to set him up. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1.